Minecarts. I have spent way too much time in the past, however many days building this thing. But finally, I've gotten it to at least one part of my world. And booster tracks don't work yet, so this is essentially useless. Well, I'm sure it'll be useful at some point. I mean, at least I got some resources out of it, which I then proceeded to spend on making more railway. Well, at least once it's done, I'm not going to have to manually walk all the way over north and south. Anyways, hi, hello, I'm the ImpendingMoon, and welcome to Minecraft Alpha 1.01_01. But, it's 1.0.1. We're finally in Alpha proper. Now, what does this first real Alpha version have in store for us? Well, not working booster tracks yet. In fact, minecarts are pretty much entirely useless, because now not even the other boosting technique of hopping in and out works. And, yeah, I really don't know what use these things have until booster tracks start working. But what it does have in store is something that I am really excited about and fairly bad at. And that, my friends, is redstone. That's right, it was added this early on in the game. And of course, since I only just updated, I have exactly 0 redstone. So I guess the only solution to that is to head south into the mining chunks, generate some more chunks over there, and pick up some redstone, because I want to do some stuff with it. Also, another thing that changed is signs. They're actually, I think they're pretty much identical to how modern signs work. These signs actually had their text cleared from, I think it was 2010-06-25, the version where spawners were originally added, but crashed because of the signs. So I should probably rewrite what I had on those, but I'll take care of that on my own time. But for now, like any other expedition that I'm making, I want to stock up on some stuff. Oh, also stairs have a proper model now. Kind of. So that includes stuff like healing, and just heal the 2 hearts of health that I have, getting some more armor, and by the way, all of this armor damage was fall damage, because making a bridge without sneaking is a pain. And then, just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and make a second pickaxe, because I go through these things like crazy. Anyways, bop on some new armor, and, yeah, I should actually be pretty good to go. So, let's go spin the minecart for some good luck. And then, since I've actually got a minecart track built down to the south chunks here, I don't have to wait for daytime, because monsters actually are starting to spawn a bit more. Not nearly as much as I'd like them to, so this thing still does not work properly, but, I would say it looks nice, but it really doesn't. I gotta figure out a way to decorate that still. I've also added stairs to this, because I thought it would be nicer. Well, anyway, since this thing doesn't quite work and isn't entirely done, I'll just give you a time-lapse of me walking down what I've got done so far. Oh, skeleton. Never mind. Okay, well, we'll ignore that. And this is the end of how many rails I've got, because I don't really want to spend all of my iron on this, so I'm gonna have to go mining for a while before I actually go and finish this, because I forget exactly how many, but it's a few hundred blocks that I need to actually place down to get in one direction. But this here is what I've got so far. I've even started building the siding that I kind of want to put on, but that's going to take however many thousand cobblestone to make, so it's gonna be a while before this thing is fully done. But it should be functional a bit earlier. And as the sun begins to rise, I begin to head even further south, so that I can go ahead and generate some chunks with redstone in them. Also, since mob spawning has been slightly buffed, The caves are actually probably going to pose some sort of a threat. Unlike last time where I saw a glimpse of a zombie, this time I've actually got a chance of running into, say, a group of skeletons. So, here's hoping that I don't run into too much. Well, hi there, pigs. If only I needed more pork. Oh, okay, so yeah, these are new chunks because mushrooms are starting to generate anywhere. Which is also going to lag the game because look at that entity count skyrocket. But with these mushrooms here, it means I've hit new chunks, and it also means that I've just realized I haven't made more torches. Anyway, I guess it's another spelunking adventure that I go on. I should probably actually make a path up before I need to go up. Also, cave generation has been changed, so it's not as, like, Swiss cheese is the term that the community's come up with. And that pretty much means that there's going to be less massive cave systems, but more caves that end. So, we'll see how that plays out for us. Oh, hey! It's been so long since I've seen a monster, I just panicked. Ugh. It's been a while since I've been scared in Minecraft. Yeesh. And I guess with the mob generation turned way down, I've gotten very comfortable in my Minecraft world. Which is not a thing that you really should be in these versions, because even if you're fully kitted out in diamond armor, and like diamond tools and everything, you can still be killed by a naturally generating group of monsters. Like in the modern game, if you're fully kitted out, you got netherite armor, you've got enchantments, you got everything you want. You don't necessarily need to worry about dying too much unless you're doing something stupid or you're exploring, say, like, the end. But no, in this version, you're pretty much in constant danger unless you're already in a place you've developed. Also, watch me just not be in new chunks whatsoever, and I'm just wasting my time. Because I only use the mushrooms as my basis here. Because in this version, mushrooms do generate everywhere, even places they shouldn't be. But, we'll see. Okay, so I got curious and checked my world in MC Edit. And, no, actually, I'm not in new chunks. And, yeah, I guess I need to go back. Yep, I need to be about 100 blocks further south than this. And I guess, as a lesson to anybody who's making YouTube videos as well, check before you hit record. Because I know how tempting it can be to go in blind to get your real, true reactions, but sometimes it's better to at least have an inkling of an idea of what you're doing. But anyway, with that out of the way, I've hit new chunks. I am going to plop down some markers, and let's see where the nearest cave entrance is. I think we got some lava nearby. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, so we're at the level where some redstone can spawn. How long? I mean, at least it breaks. Because I was like, okay, I swear, if it's not mineable with a diamond pickaxe in this version, no, it is. So that means I'm actually going to have some redstone to work with. Which is good, because I want a decent amount. What? How did you get here? Alright, well, anyway. I don't know what's going on, but I've got redstone. And some healing, I guess. Oh, hey! Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to diamonds. Oh. Maybe I should have, at least waited to say hi to the diamonds. Well, let's see here. Hop up here, so I'm not gonna accidentally walk into that. And plop that down, wait for the iron, or wait for the lava to flow away. Maybe it needs that, I don't know. And then I can harvest the diamond. Heh, mine. Alright, so I've got 2 stacks and a little bit of redstone. So I'm gonna call that good for now and head back up. I'll probably do some mining in between episodes here to grab some more, because this actually does have a lot of resources in it. And now that we're back on the road, I get to go back up to my base so I can show off some of the things that you can do with redstone. Alright, so let me get some stuff thrown into chests and some ore smelting, and then we can get started on building some stuff. Alright, so I got some resources in order, and I'm on top of a place where I'm sure no monsters are going to spawn. Let's see what we've got with redstone. So first of all, you place it down, you get dust. But if you walk over it, or if an animal walks over it, it breaks. Which is, of course, perfect in a version where mobs will spawn literally anywhere. Then alongside of that, we of course have redstone torches. These were always in here. You place down some torches next to redstone, it lights up, yada yada yada. It's pretty much the same of how it works nowadays. Levers, they do exactly what you'd expect. Buttons, for some reason, are made by using two things, and they can only be placed on the sides of blocks. But other than that, again, they work pretty much exactly how you would expect. Then last but not least is the pressure plate. And again, it works exactly as you'd expect. And last but not least is our good friend, iron door. I mean, again, if you know how iron doors work in the current versions, you can guess how they work now. Alright, so redstone in this version works specifically on three things. Doors, it opens and closes them, same as it does today. Rails, it can flip rail junctions like that, which again, same as it's done today, although I bet most of you guys didn't know that rails did this. And then TNT, which is not shown up here because I'd rather not blow this place up. But let's see if I actually have the gunpowder that I need in order to make any TNT in the first place. And the answer is, of course, no, I don't. But trust me, redstone works on TNT. You can test it out yourself. And whenever monsters start spawning regularly again, yeah, I'll show it off, I guess. But for now, I want to do the main thing that I'd like to do with some redstone. That is to make a vault to secure my items with. Because, you know, all those thieves that are running around on this specific world looking to get my stuff. So I'm thinking over here is probably a good place to make it, because it's in the mountain and all that, it's not in the way of anything, and I've even got a nice little pathway leading up here. So I'm going to start by clearing off an area right here to build on. Let's see, where do I want the door? Because with combination locks, which is what I'm going to be using, the door actually needs to be inset a bit so that the locks actually have some space to work. So I'm thinking door can be placed right here, and then lock can be over to the side here, and then that should work. So let me get that put into place. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build what's probably the simplest combination lock that you can make. So if I go ahead, plop down some levers right here. So this will be the input for the combination lock. Then what I need to do, so I decide whatever I want the combination to be. So say like, if I want these two levers to have to be down for this to open, then I can go ahead and place some redstone torches on those blocks. Now I just fill in the rest with redstone, and for this specifically I need to invert it, then lead it into this block, and now, once these two are down, that will open, but if the wrong one is down, it'll be closed. So the way this works is basically the goal is to have all of this redstone wire turned off so that this redstone torch powers our door here. So say if we turn these off, or turn these on, it'll turn these redstone torches off, so all of the dust over here is completely off, which doesn't turn off this redstone torch, which in turn powers this door. But if we go ahead and we power one that isn't supposed to be down, that'll power the dust, which turns off this redstone torch, which turns off this door. Anyways, explanation aside, I'm probably going to want to cover this up. And you know, just because I think it'll look nice and it would also make this a bit more practical to use, I'm actually going to go ahead and put on some rails for this thing. Well, anyway, since I've got the door mechanism for this working, I should probably actually get, you know, a vault in here, because otherwise it's a door that leads you into a one-block hole. Also, with the way this is set up, it should be impossible to trap yourself in here, but just in case I manage it, put a button here so that I can actually, you know, get out if I need to. Anyways, I've already got a design in mind for how I want to build this, so I'm gonna get on that, and when it's done, or I guess if something interesting happens, you'll see. And there goes my pickaxe. So, I guess that's something. Oh, hold it, gotta close the door on my way out. Alright, let me let myself back in, and I can keep building. Or I guess, mining. It'll eventually be building. Alright, and now that I've got a big hole, it's time to fill at least some of it in. Okay, so this here is going to be the main floor design. So every 2x1 hole here is going to be a chest, and they're going to be in this little kind of flower-ish thing. I don't know what to call it. But it should have enough storage for everything that I want to do. And then I guess I'll throw in some walls before I go ahead and move in any items or anything. And another pickaxe broken. At this point I might as well switch to iron because honestly I'm not finding many more diamonds anyway. Nope, lock up. Alright, and with a wall and ceiling in place, you might notice some oddly shaped holes in the wall here. That's right, I'm not going to have just one vault, I'm going to have a whole 2 vaults of security. So this here is just going to be for my general storage and whatnot, and this here is going to be my diamond storage. So let me go ahead and make the stuff for another combination lock. Now, why do I need another combination lock? Well, to be honest, I don't. I just want one. So, I'm gonna make one. And then with that all built, I can put in the combination. And this time actually lock myself out. So, this one I do need the button, but whatever. I can start mining and get my diamond vault ready. Huh. Well, I guess say hello to the backyard. Anyway. And there goes another pickaxe. Alright, so I've gotten the vault built. And would you look at this? It's looking snazzy. And this is the room where I'm gonna be putting all my diamonds. Which I have spent nearly all of. I'm using iron pickaxes now so I don't waste the little bit that I have. So I guess I'm just gonna go around to my different chests and, I guess, collect whatever diamonds I've got left. Alright, so I've collected up all of my diamonds and gold, and yep, I have used most of my diamonds on pickaxes making the diamond vault. On an unrelated note, I'm doing side gigs as a financial advisor if anybody wants it. Well, I mean, I guess I might as well just plop what I got down here. There we go. My fortune. So I'll also keep, like, extras over in this chest or whatever. And, yep. I am now kinda poor. So I guess I'm gonna be resource collecting. So let me lock everything back up. I'll move in the chests and all the items in between episodes here. Alright. And with all that, that's it for this episode. I've gotten pretty much everything I wanted to done, minus the whole TNT part, but there's not really much I can do about that, so I'll show it off once I get some. But yeah, other than that, I now have a fully functional vault with some redstone locks. So that's pretty neat. And then with the version changing from InfDev to proper alpha, I guess I'm going to be offering up a world download, because why not? You'll be able to find the link to the zip file in the description, so just download that, unzip it, and place it wherever you keep your old Minecraft saves, and you too can play in this world. Why you'd want to? I don't know. And then as like an added bonus or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and scramble up both of these locks, and I guess challenge you to get in. I mean, it's not like it's that challenging, because, 5 bits, 4 bits, there aren't that many combinations between them. And I mean, I guess you can always just cheat, but where's the fun in that? But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed. I've been the Impending Moon, and good night.